What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel here. We are back at the store. It's a very late night. I wanted to make this video just to show you the inside scoop on what it takes to survive during this pandemic as a small business owner. It's been a hell of a ride. It's already just so hard to run a small business as it is, plus on top of this year that we had. I wanted to show you how everything kind of turned around for us because we pivoted with what the customer wanted, and we're still here today. We're still happy at the end of 2020, and we're praying for an even better year in 2021. So it's about 10 at night. I'm at the store still. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And we came in today on our day off. We actually opened the store because of Christmas, and we want to keep everyone happy, and we want to bring our sales up like always. So we never really open on Mondays, but this one was a different story. So here I am today at 10 o'clock at night in the middle of my grocery store, finishing up baskets, stocking inventory, cleaning things up. It really never ends, and especially this year, it was like 3 years combined into one. So I'm very happy to see the end of 2020. If you can like this video and subscribe down below if you like the content that we're putting out. I heard if you like this video, you get a cappuccino sent to you in the mail from me, and that'll be nice, and it'll still be warm. I'll put it in a big thermos, and if you hit the like button, everyone gets a free cappuccino. So yeah. So as a small business owner, you go through hell on earth to actually make money at your store. You work and work and work until that day you become profitable. That's when everything finally all makes sense, and this place can actually be something worthwhile for your time, your investment, and your future. Then you get hit with something like the illness going around, and you have to rethink everything and do everything a different way. And that's what we learned this year, and that's why we're still standing today, and that's why our store actually did better than the previous year, because as entrepreneurs, you're meant to pivot, you're meant to grow, you're meant to change as the times change, and you're always kind of expected to be one step ahead of anything that comes your way. Unfortunately, some businesses had a harder time. We're in grocery, and it's a very small grocery store, but we still learned ways to pivot and keep people coming into our doors. So the things we did to really kind of step up our game was, there wasn't just one thing. We had to keep adapting with the times. When things got scarier with the number of cases in our city, we went more onto curbside and online shopping. When we realized people were getting a little bit more comfortable, we started doing gift baskets and pushing gift baskets as much as possible, because we knew people weren't getting together. So they may want to send a gift of, food to someone's house, and this is where those came in. It was all about adapting almost day by day. And this place cost us almost $100,000 to put together, and I wasn't going to lose it all because of, something that came and kind of took the world by storm. We had to pivot, and that's what we did, and that's why we're still standing here today. Literal blood, sweat, and tears went into this store, and we weren't going to let it go, so we really fought every single day to keep this thing going, keep people happy as much as possible, and being relevant on social media, that we were clean and sanitized and everything else like that. If your business can survive 2020, there's no doubt in my mind that you can survive 2021, 2022, and so on and so on and so on, until you want to exit the business or move on in general to do something else. You have proven that you can overcome the odds, and there's no doubt in my mind that you can figure out any other problem that you have in the future, because you've battled this problem. And I don't think there's anything worse for small retail brick and mortars than something that hit us in 2020 like it did this year. And I'm also sorry for all the background noise. There's so many coolers in here that probably need a good cleaning, or just a little bit older, so it's very loud. Yeah, so just enjoy that. So to give you a quick idea, we introduced delivery, curbside pickup, personal shopping for people who are too scared to come into the store. We really, I guess bent over backwards is the right way for it, to really serve the customer this year. And that's my advice to any small business owner. Find ways to not just make your customer happy, but to go over the top and make them remember the service they got at your store, because that, at the end of the day, is all you have against the big stores. The customer service, the ability to buy things quick or conveniently, And what they're going to remember is the customer service more than anything. The next is we reiterated over and over on social media that we were sanitizing, wearing masks, practicing social distancing. Everything like that was all taken into consideration, and customers appreciate that. And it also makes them feel safe enough to come into your store. So there's no hesitation if they ever want to shop with you. They know they can trust your store on being a clean environment. The other thing I did was expand our inventory even further to offer more selection for people who were too, worried to go to other stores, so they could find everything they needed at our store. And I brought in a lot of essential items that we never really did, like milk, bread. I amped those up even more so people could get the essentials here and kind of do one-stop shopping. That's what worked for my business. I'm just giving you an example on how things like this can work for your business. We got Felicia here with another load of inventory coming in. I mean, it really never ends, especially in 2020, it never ends. She's a little bit annoyed because we're still here and it's getting later and later. But unfortunately, during the Christmas months, this is it. This is small business. And I guess the one thing we really improved on this year is our inventory. The quality of our inventory, the selection of our inventory, the variety, and just finding what people want is the main thing you can do in small business, is finding what your customer wants and solving that problem or giving them what they want, essentially, before they can get it from someone else. And that's what changed the game for us against all like the other convenience outlets in this area. We have so much packed into this store and we're still growing it. And that's, I think, what keeps bringing people in is the selection, the variety, knowing that there's something for everybody in this location is what truly kind of grew and saved this business in 2020. And you'd never think that buying inventory would be so exhausting, but when you're buying so much inventory, putting it all out, pricing it, putting it in your till, and it's a constant growth process that you're going to be buying even more inventory the next month and more and more and more. It just never stops. And the most exhausting part of this business is the purchasing of the inventory, because there's just always so much to purchase, place, and price that it could take almost days to get it all done. And I know there's some businesses that had to close without their choice, and that's not really their fault. I'm not blaming anyone if they ever had to close. That's not what this video is about. I know people were on lockdown and only certain businesses were allowed to function, but I think what changed the game for us personally is the day-by-day improvements that we were attempted to make, and it kind of overall grew into a better store than it was in January now that it's December. This store changed so much in 1 year that I'm personally proud of it, because you don't notice things unless you really step back on a night like this when it's almost 11 o'clock at night and really look around and see how far you've come, because you get so involved in the day-to-day that it just kind of all blurs together. You know, you add a shelf here, you add inventory there, you add a cooler there, you get new wholesale customers over there. It just all blends together because there's always so much going on that you never can take a step back and say, you know what, I'm actually doing a good job. I'm doing the best we can with the circumstances we have, and whatever I did today, I'll try to do even better tomorrow. That's kind of the mentality we had. And of course, there's days that, it's frustrating as hell being here and there's not a lot of people coming in because of the lockdowns and everything. But at the end of this year, I'm happy to say that we made it this far. And this business isn't going anywhere unless we choose to one day move on from it. But at this point in time, I think we can generally say that, as scary as it was, and we were about to shut down our store in April because everyone was so scared, but we decided to push through, adapt, and pretty much conquer anything that was thrown at us. And I know that we can keep growing and keep building this business to be bigger, better, and probably something that we haven't even dreamed of yet. To be honest with you guys, I don't think we would have survived this year without the measures that I mentioned. I think we would have been easily forgotten about, kind of a useless stop without enough inventory to meet people's grocery needs. I really think that Without those things, I wouldn't be talking in this store at this very moment at midnight on a Monday in December at the end of 2020. I don't think I'd be talking to you guys right now. But here we are. And you guys are beautiful, and I love each one of you. And I want you to do well this year and the next year and every year in your financial successes. So thank you as always for watching this channel. And it's onwards and upwards from here. If you survive this, you can survive anything. Thank you, good night, and goodbye.